Good evening. We bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Paulo Del Rosario.
And we give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite sports icons and athletes. I'm Boom Gonzalez. Tonight, we've got the newest kings of the PBA 3x3 court live in the studio.
Barangay Ginebra extends its reign, this time in the first leg of the first conference of the PBA 3x3 season number 3. Now let's hear from the champs. We have with us Kim Aurin, Ralph Salcedo, Ralph Koo, and Donald Gumaru. Congratulations, gentlemen. Second time on the show. Alam mo, it felt like such a long time ago. I had to be reminded that last January was the last time you won. But this time, a bit different para sa inyo because not only are you competing sa 3x3, you're also doing the PBA on tour. I wanna start off first with Kim. Kamusta naman yung experience na yun? Kasi training for 2 different tournaments and winning one. Kamusta naman yung preparations ninyo?
Sobrang yung preparation namin talagang pinaghandaan natin. Noong summer, nag-training kami, nag-beach training kami, nag-track kami kay Coach Kirk. So, ayun, talagang sobrang kondisyon.
Pero Ralph, nakatulong ba para sa'yo yung experience na nag-PBA on tour ba kayo and then nag-PBA 3x3?
Para sa amin, parang malaking bagay siya. Kasi yung experience na nakukuha namin sa mga veteran, may mga nakukuha kami na apply din namin.
Ralph, kwento po sa amin yung una yung quarterfinals. Yes. Yung journey muna doon. Mamaya na tayo mag-duel sa championship. Yung quarterfinals muna, tapos yung nangyari sa semis. Ano yung mga nangyari, ano yung mga memorable moments from the quarters and the semis para sa inyo?
Siguro po dun sa quarters, bad start po kami nun eh. So, medyo akala ko rin na baka di kami manalo nun. Pero luckily na lang na gumanda defense namin and nakapag-execute kami dun sa end.
Well, syempre, if we're gonna talk about the finals, we have to talk about Donald. Kasi talking about game winners and talking about extending it into overtime, ano nangyari against San Miguel considering that, okay, it felt like back and forth kayo towards the end, nakahabol kayo, you were able to force overtime. Ano nangyari towards the end game?
Yun nga. Nung yung last na, yung bago mag-overtime, so, 1 point lang yun na all kasi nila. So, na-shoot nila kahit anong gawin naming defense. So, hanggang sa naubos yung oras. Then, nung overtime na biglang tumira si Kuya Ken Bono. Then, na-rebound ni Kim. So, transition talaga namin yung pagka-rebound, kailangan corner kagad. So, pagkapunta ka sa corner, naiwan si Saldua. Yun, open, tinira ko na.
Matik na eh, no? Like embedded na sa inyo dahil kay Coach Kirk. I don't want to know kung ano yung mga drills na ginagawa ninyo kasi parang nakakapagod talaga. But Kim, yung moment na yon, naging validation ba sa mga preparation ninyo? Kasi again, you've been training for 2 different teams. Itong Barangay Ginebra na 5-on-5 and then 3x3. And we all know si Coach Kirk, he doesn't give any off days. Grabe siya mag-training.
Sobrang importante namin panalo na yun. Sobrang saya kasi yung sacrifices namin, nagte-training kami araw-araw 5 hours a day. Kasi nga 3x3 sabay 5-on-5. Ayun, sobrang saya.
Kim, of course, with the winning assist.
Yes.
Diba? 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, no? Na napakahirap gawin sa 3x3 na context, no? Which brings me to the question, at madalas na rin natin tinanong to, Pao, yung diferensya ng training ng 5-on-5 and 3x3 sa paghahanda nitong championship run ninyo. Ano kaibahan? Anong diferensya? Ano mas mahirap? Paano mo i-describe yun, Rap?
Sa sa 3x3, lalo na dun sa concept na tinatakbo namin, is fast-paced kami. Kumbaga, hindi nagtatagal yung bola sa isang tao. So, siguro yung rhythm ng 3x3 and sa 5x5, kasi sa 5x5, parang hindi siya ganun kabilis eh. Kailangan mo mag-isip sa bawat galaw. So, siguro, yun lang yung pinagkaiba, yung pace lang ng laro.
Well, okay, I just realized that dalawa yung Ralph dito. So we have to clarify for the viewers. Si Mr. Salcedo at Mr. Koo. So let's go to Mr. Koo muna. May konting differentiation tayo. Yung competition nyo this year, it changes every season. In fact, may mga bagong team and of course, bagong configuration. Ang masasabi mo sa field ngayon, sa mga nakalaban nyo so far, do you feel that the competition gets tougher every single season.
Yes, kasi nakikita na rin nila how we play eh. So, every game na nakakalaban namin sila, they try new defensive plans for us, strategies nila nag-iiba din for us. So, kailangan rin namin mag-adjust sa kanila.
Speaking of mga kalaban, yung nakalaban yung San Miguel, medyo puro upset alert sila nung di ba? Going to the finals. Kinabahan ba kayo na gano'n? Ang ganda ng momentum nila. Marami silang mga ginawang, mga upsets going into the finals.
Oo, syempre, nandun pa rin yung kaba kasi nalalaki nila tapos veterans si Kuya Bono masyadong parang unstoppable sa ilalim kumbaga. Pero yung mindset lang namin na gawin lang namin kung ano yung dapat namin gawin. Ibigay lang namin yung best namin hanggang sa dulo.
Donald, on average, yung team ninyo, not necessarily the biggest team. In fact, yung mga nakatapat ninyo, pwede maging center sa 5-on-5. How do you manage yung height difference and yung size difference? Because at the end of the day, well, you're not necessarily one of the bigger teams dito sa 3x3.
So, ginagawa lang namin sa mindset namin na malalaki man yung kalaban namin, kailangan namin labanan yun with the system kung ano yung ginagawa namin, offense and defense.
Ano yung system ni Coach Kirk? Yan ang gusto ko malaman. Kasi alam na natin yung training niya. Medyo matindi talaga. Legendary na yan, Pao, as you know. Pero as a coach, schematics or strategy, ano ang sistema ni Coach? Can you tell us how is he as a coach? Unahin na kita, Kim.
Si Coach Kirk, sobrang mabait niya. Tapos yung sistema niya sa amin, moving without the ball talaga. Tapos, minsan nga, pinaglalaro niya kami ng no dribble.
So talagang ball movement yung emphasis.
Para yung pace talaga, mabilis.
Pag nag-dribble ka, automatic turnover na yun. So pag naglalaro kami ng scrimmage sa 3x3, no dribble talaga kami. Dapat moving without the ball, screens, lahat.
Only screens.
So Mr. Koo, we're gonna forward this to Coach Kirk. Ano masasabi mo sa mga training nyo so far, and of course, yung mga expectations nyo, considering, okay, nanalo na kayo ng leg number 1, how do you ramp it up going to leg number 2?
Knowing Coach Kirk, mas kagrabihan pa niya yung preparation namin. Ayaw niya kami mag-relax eh. Kasi nung last conference, nangyari na yon na medyo nag-relax kami. So I'm sure na tomorrow sa practice namin, he's gonna put sa mga mind namin na bawal kami mag-relax. And malakas kasi bracket namin this coming Monday din.
I guess I have to ask, how are we spending the 100,000 na cash prize? Sino ang gumastos at how did you guys celebrate the championship?
Actually, may laro.
Game lang on tour.
May game kami the next day.
So after ng championship, Wednesday, may game kami ng on tour. So,
sa UST
Sa UST kami.
Sa UST.
So hindi pa kayo nagse-celebrate?
Hindi pa.
Okay.
So intact pa yung
Iniipon nila. Iniipon nila. But of course, Kim, looking forward to the next leg, and of course, sabi nga kanina that the trainings will get harder. At least yan yung anticipation ninyo. What do you think you need to do as a group? Ano points of improvement basta sa leg 1 ninyo?
Siguro yung depensa namin, tsaka yung communication namin sa defense and offense. And ayun nga, parang para sa amin, hindi pa kami kondisyon. Hindi kasi bumabagal pa yung namin, rhythm ng sistema ni Coach Kirk. So ayun yung mga kailangan i-improve.
Hindi pa sila kondisyon
Hindi
yan.
pa sila kondisyon. Narinig yan ni Coach Kirk. Patay kayo bukas.
Delikado.
Oo.
Delikado.
Alright guys, gentlemen, congratulations once again. Like one champion sa PBA 3x3, lakas ng tatlo. Good luck in the next leg, and let's see if you can make a repeat. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
Which means they'll be back here
They'll
on the
be
show
back.
again.
Yeah, we'll see.
In the meantime, after the break, we'll take a look at the ongoing Volleyball Nations League. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back to the game. Despite Japan being the country's fan favorite, another VNL team seems to have found a home in the Mall of Asia Arena. Team Italy started hot and continues their reign as they take their third straight win today here in the Philippines leg. Joining us to break down all this volleyball action is analyst and our good friend Aiel Estoñero, who did a game yesterday with, of course, the legend Seb Sarmiento, if I'm not mistaken. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of you've been watching the games, you're a fan of the VNL in general, you've always been. What are your impressions so far after, day 3?
No, it's just overwhelming actually to see all these teams who are actually, again, in the world rankings, on top of the world rankings, playing right in front of you. And, you know, for the men's team, it's just amazing to see them really play offensively and defensively with the height, with the length, with the athleticism. So there's just so much to learn watching them play here in the Philippines.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people want the ticket, want to get to go, and you know, I have
another great crowd today, right?
Another great crowd today. To be surprised, I called the game this morning, and even the players were surprised that the crowd would come out at 11 a.m.
Early, yeah, that's right. They said that after the game today, right?
They did, absolutely.
That's why they love coming here.
And it's just rightfully that they should today, because the teams playing today are all the teams playing today are on the top 8.
Yeah, look, I know people who've snuck in or tried to sneak in, right,
Aiel?
At least I've heard. But anyway, Aiel, whoever that person is, the great game today, especially that first one, that Brazil versus Poland. A lot of people are looking forward to that in particular because of the rankings. But based on what we've seen so far, the ranking on paper doesn't necessarily matter, does it?
No, it doesn't matter. Although Poland really sort of dominated by watching it, but based on statistics, almost the same number of attacks, the same number of blocks, which surprisingly, 7 apiece, because Poland looked like they were getting a lot of kill blocks consecutively. They were getting really good touches of the attacks of Brazil. Their blocking formation was very solid to the point that they were forcing Brazil to actually commit a lot of errors in their attacks.
And then the other day, come from behind victory for them also. They were down 2 sets and still pulled it off in 5. These teams, the one that you covered this morning, these teams are already seeded into sure na yan, ano? Medyo komportable na yan sa top 8, the next phase in Poland, of course. But let's talk about Italy's run.
Yes.
After another win today. So that's 3, if I'm not mistaken, here in Pasay City.
Yes.
So tell me about this run that and they have a lot of fans, even from last year, right?
Now again, you're right. They haven't lost a game here in the Philippines in the week 3 in the final phase of the preliminary rounds. They won against Brazil, which was a big win for them because again, Brazil is considered a
was their first, no?
Their first win here because again, Brazil is considered a powerhouse coming into this tournament, this season, this VNL. What's the good thing about Italy is that they really know their strengths and they really try to bank into it. They're really good with their blocking and their service. They got 13 service aces against Brazil, who is actually a good receiving team. And although Canada tried to push them into 5 sets.
That's the second game.
That's the second game. But again, their floor defense worked well for them, their service, their blocking. And it's always the timing also of their service aces that really works well for them. And their third win,
which was today,
a few minutes ago, a few hours ago, against Slovenia, who they won convincingly in straight sets. And it was, again, their blocking, their service aces. And although Slovenia tried to really power through the good blocking of Italy, the floor defense of Italy just was very solid from the power hits down to the soft touches of Slovenia.
You know, just to emphasize that dominance, yung simula pa lang ng Italy, 25-13 in that first frame. It's not something you normally see in the VNL because of the high level of competition. But you take a look at their sustained run here. Is it easy to see why they are now starting becoming favorites from our crowd as well?
Well, it's easy to say that they started the week 3 with really good momentum because they won against Brazil and their next game was against a lower ranked team.
Canada.
So they came in with really good momentum and confidence, and going against a higher ranked team, which is Slovenia, they were in the right mindset to play against them.
Now, of course, they are reigning world and European champions, right? Italy is. You know, the one thing that also impresses me is the fact that what we saw last year, a lot of the teams did not play the same players every day. Yung nakikita natin in this leg, Aiel, they're playing
everyone. They're playing everyone and every day. And the bench is just so deep. Even with Brazil earlier, most of their starters wasn't playing really well. They put in the second six and they still performed. Although they lost, they were able to create some impact.
Yeah, you know, just seeing all of the best players really be in action is just a treat for all the volleyball fans out there. In fact, in a Poland game a while ago, it was actually the return of one of their top hitters, Leon, who ended up with 22 points.
Right. Siya yung tuwa kanina umaga sa crowd.
He was surprised. He enjoyed it. His first time playing in the Philippines, and you know, hopefully he does come back sooner rather than later. But we got to talk about the last game. Today, Japan versus Netherlands happening later. You can catch that on Pilipinas Live. And of course, Japan is trying to stay undefeated, but Netherlands, who have not necessarily been as impressive as some would have hoped, still have a chance to make the top 8. So there's a lot riding on this game.
No, it's very crucial. That's the crucial part of this leg for Netherlands because they're playing higher ranked teams. They lost against Brazil yesterday.
Correct.
It was a 4-set match, I think, or a 3-set match. But you know, you expected Nimir to actually power through, you know, the defense, the net defense of Brazil, but he just really struggled. And for Netherlands to not have Nimir inside, it's very crucial. His role as a top scorer is very crucial. So coming into Netherlands against Japan, Netherlands needs this because Serbia and France are trying to get into the top 8 as well. But the one thing that they can look forward is the showdown of Ishikawa and Nimir in that game later.
Tonight. And if Japan stays undefeated, if they win tonight, they will meet Italy tomorrow undefeated.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts on that? Because that's going to be a big game on a weekend, Saturday night. Mall of Asia Arena is going to be jumping.
That game, right?
Yes, I think so.
I'm so happy for you.
Personally, I'm so excited for it because it's, what day is it of VNL? It's already the third day, the fourth day? Fourth tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we've seen Brazil, Italy, and Japan. We're seeing a system in them. Because the other teams, they're kind of scrappy in the defense, a lot of out-of-system attacks. So watching Italy play their system against the system of Japan is really going to be very interesting.
Yeah, you know, again, the two favorites going head-to-head, at least crowd favorites here going head-to-head. I don't think the fans could want it anymore. But you take a look at this entire experience so far, both as a fan, both as an analyst, and being able just to tomorrow night, and of course, what is going to come next year when they do come back, this time for the women's?
I'm just really excited for the entire volleyball community because this is not something that all countries get to experience. And for us to actually see them play here, top teams, watching them, learning from them. No, we're just hoping that we get something positive out of it and also try to apply it in our own system here in the Philippines.
And if you followed it from last year, great success last year, great success again this year, there's no doubt the Philippines is a destination for important legs. You never know, maybe even the final phase at some point.
Hopefully,
where it's a knockout stage.
We only hope and dream. And of course, puede. And of course, for those who have missed the action, you can catch it on the Pilipinas Live app. You can download it on the Apple Store and Google Play. And all the subscriptions are 99 pesos a month. You can catch the VNL, PVL, PBA, and so much more. Aiel, maraming salamat.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you at the games. I'll see you tomorrow morning for sure. So, after the break, find out how you can be a part of basketball history at the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023. Stay tuned. You're watching The Game. Welcome back to the game. Don't miss out on the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 with Signal Pay-Per-View. Avail the early bird offer for only 550 pesos until July 15 to watch all games commercial-free and in high definition. Plus, get a chance to win authentic Gilas Pilipinas merchandise. Visit signal.tv for more details. Also available to satellite subscribers.
On that note, here's a chance to witness basketball history live and in person with the FIBA World Cup Single Day Pass.
World Cup live and in person. Buy your single-day pass and get access to 2 live games of the FIBA Basketball World Cup for as low as 999 pesos. Enjoy this world-class game viewing experience for the entire family and witness the greatest basketball athletes in the world compete for as low as 999 pesos for 2 games. Head to philippines.worldcup.basketball for more information, ticket types, seat information, and other special offers. Be a part of Philippine basketball history and buy your tickets today.
And before we wrap up, we want to let you know that the game is moving to an earlier time slot starting Monday next week. You can catch the show live on weekdays at 5:30 p.m. on One News and on One Sports and via live stream on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
Happy weekend, everyone. We'll see you bright and early on a Monday. I'm Paolo De Rosario, and this has been The Game.